Here's what I always say, the once over. Everyone like looks around, looks up and down, oh, that's cool, and then settles into what I like to call couch sitting. All I want to do is eat and sit, and that's such a pleasurable thing.
Well, look around is the first one, so don't forget to look around. Don't worry about people think about how silly you look, because it doesn't matter, because you're in there.
If you hate it, take off the helmet.
One of the most interesting things I learned is that not to let the technology get in the way of going out and creating something.
The speed that it's evolving at, it's kind of like, Aussie filmmaking in the 70s. It's moving really quickly. Every month there's either a new project or a new company that's popped up or a new way of doing things.
There are no experts in VR. We're here as a panellist, but we're not experts. It's just that we've been doing it.
As a director and as a technologist, I'm having the most fun I've had in years. So just having the kind of power that was only available in multi-million-dollar research kits when I started my career, and now the fact that we can invest in a few $1,000s worth of VR kit and work on it in-house, that's really exciting.
It's astounding that, we have a company here, Trigger, who is providing 360 rigs to people like Spielberg and other people, huge players all around the world, and that's an Australian company. So, and they're doing that from here, and I think that's pretty cool.
What they all have in common is just trying to understand, how you actually start to construct a story.
Really, really pay attention to casting. Get a good casting director, spend the money there. I think sometimes we get a little tech forward and think that everything, it's all about the tech, and it's actually has to be about the content.
No point having 20 million headsets and no stories, because you'll just have the same problem as 3D TV.
I think there's enormous application in the education sector. In storytelling, it'll be enormously powerful. It's just harder to really visualise just exactly how that might work on a mass scale. But certainly one thing I've decided is I'm buying myself a spinning chair so that I don't have to keep going like this.
The other thing is the social VR as well. So being inside a VR environment with someone else that is, maybe next door to you, maybe around the world, and having them experience VR at the same time, it sounds like it's kind of a bit weird, but actually it's very compelling.
When the phone was first invented, for the first year they thought it was about relaying sounds of the news and sounds of the theatre. It took them a year to be convinced it was peer-to-peer.
Get a glass of wine, make an evening out of it. Yeah, because it's very nice to watch something and then share it and watch someone else watch it while you're waiting. And there's like this reflective period and this anticipation about, oh my God, talk to me about it. I know couples who do it in bed.
Well, I think different people have very different contexts in which they experience media, and VR can be quite visceral.
When you're human scale and you're human to human looking in the eye of another person and they're real, and you see people use their hands like this and they're reaching out and touching, it's a change in society.
Looking at particularly the work of Garbo and Barry Passman from the UN, their work is so interesting in that it puts you right in the shoes of refugees all around the world and, as they said, representing people's pain. And by doing that can actually shift the needle on issues. The idea that UNICEF doubled their fundraising after using VR is extraordinary.